Star, what are you doing? Did I have a bite though? Shove. Shove. Give me that. Woman, give me that. Woman. Star, what are you doing? Yes, Mom. Morocco. Shush up all that fluffing.
You're okay.
Nice one, Donkey. Thanks to your marvelous mending skills, these supports should be all for the foreseeable. Looks like we've stumbled on a good bit of metal, too. That mallet of yours won't be able to break through the order rocks, but it should do the trick for copper and coal. First things first, let's nab ourselves a few nice lumps of copper for our old mate McGrog. And we might as well dig a bit of coal while we're here.
What's that, Donkey? It wouldn't be a lump of copper, would it? Old man McGrog wanted 5, remember? Let's bag them up and get the heck out of here.
Get in, Donkey. Now we've got all the copper we need. Let's head off top again and show McGrog the goods.
Hold on, aren't you supposed to be a miner? You should stay behind and do some work for a change. If you go back now, you'll be in another one of Bab's tongue lashings. Hang on, gotta move something.
Yeah, maybe you've got a point. Alright then, I'll stay here and dig for a bit longer. But you two better go and see McGrog pronto.
Donkey, I can see it in your eyes. There's still copper in these mines after all. Let me take a closer look. Yes, this is top quality crumble dune copper, all right. You won't find any finer than this. Seems the mines have a little life in them yet.
Sorry to butt in, but I spoke with Goldilocks while a lot of you was scurrying around about down in the mine. He says that the more metal we can give him, the more his strength will return. And once he's got all his powers back, he can use them to fill a mine up with precious minerals again. It'll be like the gold rush never ended, he says.
Is that so? Then perhaps he'd benefit from the copper that Donkey just brought back.
Can't hurt, can it? And we can't exactly leave him in this state, poor old thing. I say we give him the copper.
Is that copper? Copper not enough. Need gold to become gold golem. Strong golem. When strength returns, metal returns too. But copper stronger than stone. Me become copper golem. Stronger golem. You give me copper? Thank you, friend. Throw copper at me. It become part of me. Throw very hard.
Not for you, you nakey fruff.
Oh, damn it! That's being brilliant! You've turned him into a copper golem! Hold up, only his head is copper. What about the rest of him?
Boo-hoo, me looks silly. Boo-hoo. I don't know why saying it in that voice is funny. Need more copper. Maybe 1,000 lumps? 1,000? Pull the other one. That's impossible, surely.
I wouldn't say that. The mine might not be what it once was, but there's got to be more copper down there.
Digby, look what I found! I had a bit more of a dig about, and that mine is chock full of copper. Look at this. All this, what I brought back. Is that it? Is that beating it?
Nice one.
You was always a lazy little skipper, doggy. Give me a break, Digby. I didn't like things are doing any work around here. I even got a pub down wider after me shift. How am I supposed to keep me morale up, eh?
Always with the excuses. Why don't you just stop moaning about morale and get on with your job?
Don't be so harsh on 'em, Malroth. Mining ain't no holiday in the sun, you know. It's a hard craft. Dirty, dark, and dangerous. The lads have to have some way of letting off some steam.
I'll help with that. I'll bet Layabelle let off some steam by cracking his thick head open. That should get rid of all the hot air.
Let's save that one as a last resort, eh? I think I've got a better idea how we can get all the copper Goldie Rocks needs.
Dark PG, how's it going? Let me know if you have any requests for any of these voices. Voices. I'm voicing all the characters in this game. Yeah. Yep. I'm doing it on my YouTube channel if you want to check them all out. Uh-huh. Ah, okay. You're up late. What? What'd you say?
Have you been tracking the Elon Musk in the Trump?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Have you breaking up?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you were streaming? What were you streaming? Roblox, eh? That yeah game.
It pains me to say it, but as things stand, we ain't getting our hands on 1,000 lumps of copper anytime soon. But if we could give the miners something to look forward to after an odd day's work, it might motivate them to work a bit harder. And I know just the thing. All we need to do is give them their old pub back.
You mean rebuild the pub?
We rebuild the whorehouse.
You know what? I want to hear how you want to do Bab's voice here. Again, think Cockney. Like, Cockney whore, basically.
The walls have fallen down and there ain't much furniture left. But that's where Dad's pub used to be. First thing I want you to do is make a cocktail counter. Just plunk a cocktail shaker over there on the bar where Dad can see it.
And where the boys can bend me over right proper.
So they can watch me nipples bounce up and down while I shake it.
Keep going.
You'll probably have to make it out of copper, but I ain't expert, but you need a metalworking tips. According to man, as you know, he's got a long shaft.
It's nice and hard like iron.
He one time bit me over and kept me there for 12 hours. I nearly died.
But he worked me over quite proper.
I never forget men like that, that's true.
You're looking cheerful as always, young man. What business has a lad like you got with an old-timer like me?
I wish to give up my black cherry.
So you want to make a cocktail shaker for the pub, but you don't know how to do it? I'm sure you've heard already, but crafting's forbidden in these parts. I used to smith myself, but I doused my forge some time ago. You see, the mine dried up and Crumbledoon's glory days were over. In fact, it wasn't so long ago that the children of Hargon seized control of the island. Their teachings seem to take root in no time at all. Just about everyone here is a believer these days. Still, a blacksmith's fire never truly dies. And as for Babs, I'll teach you what you need to know. I trust you'll keep our little arrangement secret. I've taken her black cherry.
I have a blue pill.
Before you can work with it, you have to turn the raw copper into copper ingots in the roaring fire on the forge.
You gotta know how to touch the rod just right.
Yeah.
To where it'll get hard and elicit flames of true passion.
Yeah. If you heat it up too hard, it'll get floppy and flaccid.
And then the balls get all twisted, and then it's game over, mate.
So you better start by making yourself a forge, eh? Whip it out. Whip one up at the workbench, put it down around here, and then start and the forging then can begin.
I'm sorry. Is it whip it out or whip it off? I'm very confused here. Because do I whip my thing out or do I whip my thing up? Because if so, are we doing a helicopter then?
Do the helicopter dig. What? Do the helicopter dig.
Yeah. All right.
It's not gay.
If it's in a three-way.
Aha! So you've built your own forge. Hargon won't be happy about that. But in for a gold coin, in for a gold bar, as they say. Time to get forging.
Wait, is it hard on or hard on?
You know what? We should make fun of him by calling him hard on.
It depends if he's taking his pill. What pill? The special blue pill. The one that Babs was going on about shaking it up with.
Alright, let's start by making some copper ingots.
Alright, well that's copper's. Testing 1 2. Okay, that was weird. Level up.
Did you fix your mic?
Yeah. Whoosh. You made the copper ingots. It's just like the children of Hargon say. You builders are fearful creatures. Well, if I hadn't hung up my anvil already, you'd have had me out of a job. Just remember that the metal you find in the mines is as good as useless unless you smelt it into an ingot. And if you ever need more coal, you'll find plenty down in the mine. and in my black, dark heart. I'm not without my reservations, but I think Babs might be onto something with this idea of using Den's pub to light a fire under the miners' behinds.
All right, donkey. Did McGraw teach you how to work that metal? Now you can get cracking on that cocktail shaker.
And shake it like there's no tomorrow, and that you get a shilling per jiggle.
Mm-hmm. Just make sure you place it on the bar when you're done and make that cocktail counter, yeah? That way Dad'll be sure to spot it.
Oh, and don't forget your blue pills so that way you can get nice and hard.
Trying to traverse the island a little bit and get some better equipment.
And some meat.
Ba-da-da-da. Yatta. Kiroichi, how's it going? How was your stream earlier? Good. Also, yes, as per the title, I'm doing all the voices for the characters in this game. Whee! Shit. My slime's up. Hooray, I can run longer. Close one. Got him. Yatta. Dragon's Bane. How's your head feeling, my love?
Huh?
How's your head feeling?
A little better.
Oh, that's good. Level up. Alright, matching all these monsters and making us tougher and tougher. Hey Donkey, don't you think it's about time we came up with our own... with some kind of super attack we can use to really show these monsters who's boss? Standing here thinking about it, it's not going to do us any good. Let's just do what comes naturally and see what happens. That was brilliant. Whenever we get really fired up in battle, let's unleash it on some unsuspecting monsters. Now the question is, what should we call it? Donkey and Malroth's effortlessly graceful and decidedly deadly cooperative attack. I like it. Next time we've built up enough power, just let me know and we'll unleash this co-op to grace thingy in all their faces. Comb my hair, I'll be right back. Oh, look at him. He's all curled up down there. He's such a mama's boy. Oh! Wrong button. This music and my experience of Dragon Quest games, I'm just imagining the text describing the battle. Battle Rex attacks. Battle Rex slashes like a whirlwind. Donkey and Malroth pull off the coup de grace. Level up. Hooray! Ow. Got him.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't expect that.
Clearly did not. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, what you doing, Kiki? What you do? Where you at? Man. You know what? Let's level up the town first as well. Sure. Psst, psst, psst. Come on. Psst, psst. Yeah, we Kiki. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. What you doing, Kiki? What you do? Where you at? Meow. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Star, why do you boot me with your head? Huh? Is this any way for a young lady to behave? I'm talking to you.
Oops.
Thanks, Donkey. That cocktail counter is just what we need to get these miners and me dad motivated. What the? I can't believe me mince pies.
Is this a cocktail counter? Me pub. It's back. Alright lads, Digger's Jigger is on the house.
I did mention me dad used to be a landlord of this gaff, didn't I? The miners used to come here every night to let off steam, but they was always back down in the pit at the crack of dawn the next morning. I was only a little girl back then, but I remember how happy they always looked. You could say 'em and the miners were my heroes. And now that you're here, Donkey, I get the feeling we can rebuild the pub and turn this island back into the order of activity it once was. I know it's a big favor to ask, but will you help me? Thank you so much. I knew you had a good heart. I just wish we had a few more miners. But where are we supposed to find any around here? No matter how hard Dougie and Digby work, there's still only two of them. Any bright ideas, Donkey? What are you grinning about? Did you think of a way to bring in more miners? We can use the builder's bell, you say. Are you talking about that old thing? When you ring it, the sound draws people in and you become a better builder? You don't say. Well, you better give that thing a ring then, ain't you? Fuck on. Nice. What the bleeding horror was that sound? I ain't never heard anything like it. It worked. It really worked. We found ourselves some new miners. I can't remember the last time I felt this way. I have this uncontrollable urge to make things again. Get you, donkey. You invented full flagons, barrels, and collections of bottles. Why, that's all stuff for the pub.
That ain't all. He's figured out how to make keg cannons and copper wall blocks too. I just hope there's enough copper down below for all this.
You've been here 5 minutes and already you're inventing new stuff. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were getting into this.
Cool. You builders are something else. I ain't felt full of beans since breakfast.
Seeing as you brought them here, you best say hello to our new arrivals. Come on, give them a proper crumble doon and welcome.
Watcher, we heard the sound of the bell and came over to see what the commotion was. What's going on here? And why does it reek of metal? You're a builder, and not only that, you're rebuilding the pub and mining again. The children of Oregon won't stand for it. I'm telling on you. You understand all here about this.
Oh, you lot.
Hang about. Babs, is that you? You was nothing more than an ankle biter last time I saw you. How time flies, eh?
Me and Donkey have decided to get the mine up and running again. I want you to give us a hand.
Eh? But that's everything the eyes are all gone. I'll never forget when the mines dried up and the children of Argon burned building. There was nothing left for us here. You was wailing, begging us not to go, but we had no choice. It was hamstrings versus heartstrings that day. I know we go back a long way, Babs, but we believe in the master of destruction now. We might have abandoned the mine, but we can't abandon our faith. But as long as the children of Argon don't hear about it, we're all yours. If we keep the digging nice and quiet, it won't do no harm.
When you rang that bell, those miners came running like moths to a flame. Now they're on board. We should see a nice little upturn in output.
Donkey! You know, we was wrong about you. The monsters blinded us to the truth. But the glorious sound of that bell snapped us all back to our senses.
What he means is we're finished with the children of Argon. From now on, we want to help you build stuff, innit?
They're settled in. You've done so much for us already, Donkey, but things are only just getting off the ground. Why don't we go and tell Goldilocks about the plan? The poor thing thinks he'll never be back to his old gold self again.
Hello, Babs. Hello, Builder. You find a way to get metal for me.
Hiya, Goldilocks. Listen, we've got something really important to tell you. Let me know if I'm missing anything out, won't you, Donkey? So, we think there's a way to get more metal out of the mine, but we need to motivate the miners first. That's why we're going to build a pub. That'll get them digging away like Billy-O, and whatever metal they find, we'll hand it over to you. You'll have your powers back before you know it. And when that happens, the Golden Age will return. The copper, silver, and gold will be flowing through the tunnels like shiny rivers.
Babs clever, very pretty. We like you very much. But gold very deep underground, very little gold. Need copper first. Become copper golem.
You heard the stone man, Donkey. We need to get mining, which means we need to build a pub to make the miners motivated to mine. Reckon you can rustle up a nice blueprint for us?
Donkey, this is brilliant. It's the pub of me dreams, the old copper bar.
With a pub like this as our locale, we can unwind after an hard day and get back in their mines bright-eyed and bushy-tailed every morning, ready to dig up even more metal. Dang, but Digby, that's easy for you to say, but you ain't seen the damage of the hit children of Argon down there. The place is in a right state. We got some serious repair work to do before we can even think about picking our picks up to pick more holes in the tunnels.
Ah, big coincidence. Me have favors to ask. Same as your favors. Not copying, honest. First favor, fix the tunnels. Mine tunnels have bad damage. Dangerous. Make tunnels safe. Miners go deeper in tunnels, get more metal. Second favor, make nice bar. With nice bar, miners do more mining, get more metal. Give me 1,000 lumps of copper. Me become copper golem. So first things first, we gotta give this manor a makeover and get me pub serving again. Donkey, you're the key to making this happen.
Yeah, and make it a good one, will you? With games and waiters and dancing girls dressed up in cottontail costumes, just like the good old days. If we had a fancy gift like that to roll into at the end of the shift, we'd be motivated like nobody's business.
If it helped that much, I don't mind being a dancing girl.
Cool, blimey! You ain't pulling me leg, are you? You'll really do it for realsies?
Truth is, me mum used to be a dancing girl. Seems kinda right that I follow in her footsteps.
Yeah, right. Go on then, Babs. Get the fishnets on, for your old ma's sake.
Nah. Look, lads, I know your game. If I get all dressed up in fancy dancing clobber, you lot are gonna sit around staring at me when there's work to be done. Tell you what, once we got the pub up and running again, I'll think about it.
Good in. Well, Babs, you've made me a very happy miner.
If bar built, pretty lady look even prettier. Then must build pub, must my metal, me want to see too. Get a grip, Goldilocks. We've got enough boneheads around here without you turning into one too.
We got something to live for now. Rebuilding the old copper bar. Cool. I can't wait to see the old place booming even bigger and broader than it was before. I know the boys will be just as fired up as I am. Soon enough the metal's gonna come pouring out of that pit, which is why I need you to do me a favor. As you know, Donkey, a typical miner gets up at the crack of dawn and spends all day digging down in the mine. Evenings are for stress relief and spent in the pub. But before we can start letting off steam, we always gather together in the middle of town and announce what we dug up that day. That's where you come in. We need a place to turn in our finds and deliver the daily report. In other words, an accumulation station for the excavation declaration. Rolls right off the tongue.
Say that 5 times fast.
Back in the gold rush days, we used to do it over there, right next to where Goldilocks is sitting. But we can't just go chucking our precious metal on the ground. Oh no, we need a trio of chests to store it, just like the good old days. There's some top-notch chest placement, donkey. The accumulation station's exactly as I remember it. Now we're ready to get mining again. Let me go over the nuts and bolts of the job one last time. As our star builder, you're in charge of fixing broken beams, removing rubble, and making the place safe. Once you've shored up a section, Dougie will lead the lads in and put them to work. Then every evening we'll tote up the day's haul and read out the accumulation declaration and hand over the copper to Goldilocks. Of course it'll stick in our claws to give our hard-earned loot away like that, but once Goldilocks is back to full strength and the mine's bursting with gold again, we'll be rolling in it. The declaration takes place every day as soon as the sun goes down. We always ring a bell nice and loud before it starts so everyone can hear. Down in the mines you lose track of time, but if you keep an ear out for the daily report, you know when it's time to head back up top and hit the hay. Time's of the essence, donkey. Take Dougie and Meryl off and get yourself down in them tunnels. You're the linchpin of this whole operation. Just like this Kit Kat. As for me, I'll stay up here and mind the gaff while you're away. If any more miners turn up, I'll show them the ropes and keep them in line. Alright, Digby, I'll do it. I'll do anything to see the bar rebuilt and Babs happy, even if it means facing up to me crippling monstrophobia. Lovely jobby. Now we got our road sorted. There's only one thing left to do. To pray for the safety of the miners with the power of our picks. It's Flexitime.
Flexitime? What's that?
You ain't never heard of Flexitime before. I reckon you'd be good at it. Donkey, not so much. You need a bit more meat on your bones if you want to join the pet party. Come on, Meryl. Join in.
This is actually pretty fun. Am I doing it right?
Alright, Donkey, your turn. It's time to put them tiddly triceps of yours to work. Cool, blimey, look at the biceps on them. I hereby proclaim you a bona fide crumble dinner. Right then, I'll lead the lads down to the seams. You can follow us down when you're done prepping here, donkey. Alright, you horrible lot. Get them raising gear down the mine on a double.
Donkey, you heading back down into the mine, ain't you? Here, take this. It's nothing much, I know, but I made it special for you in case you get peckish.
Boy, Donkey, what did she just give you, eh? Where's mine? It ain't fair. Well, if you ain't gonna share with me, you better foot it after Dougie before I give you a piece of my mind. Oh, and one more thing. If you spot Dougie gawping at a wall, he's probably trying to figure out a way to get through it. Make sure you help him. Help him out, eh? Geezer ain't the sharpest tool.
Yes, Goog. What's the recipe for a smithy? Oh, a pot. I need a pot. Dear.
Listen here, lads, the light's fading fast, so we better get cracking with today's accumulation declaration. Gather around, lads, it's time to kick off today's declaration. It looks like we better get bumpo. First up is Donkey's share, and he won't be disappointed. Here goes. 6 lumps of coal, 2 chunks of copper, and that's all. Here's your share, Goldie Rocks, 25 lumps of copper.
Thank you. Me need 975 more lumps of copper. Then me become copper golem.
Alright, that's a lot. You boys deserve a digger's digger or two tonight. Just make sure you're up bright and early for more mining in the morning.
Heck, I just wanted a dormitory. Ah. Oh, an inn sign. That's a nameplate. I don't have an inn sign yet. Hey, what's that crate doing on the rail tracks?
What, that old thing? That there's a minecart. Using the rudder along the rails. Looks like we've reached one of them old loading stations. If we can mend the tracks and connect this station to the base, we have a convenient little transport route. Oi, donkey, I've got a job for you. You saw the track running through the tunnel, right? Well, it looks like this is the last stop on the line. If you fixed up the track, it'd make all in our digging back all easier. You don't expect us to carry it all home in our pockets, do you? You need to lay a piece of track wherever there's a section missing or the minecarts will grind to an halt. If you need more bits of railway to finish the repairs, there should be plenty of unused track lying up at the place. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I remember seeing some on the way over. It might be a good idea to pick up all the track we find on our way back to the base.
Goodness in me yacht, I'll give you the track you need. It is kind of far back to the base though. Tell you what, just do that. Just do up to that first stop sign for now. Think you can handle it? Just go back the way you came. Keeping a mince pie out for any breaks in the track. Use that minecart if you like. If you ever want to have a nutter about the finer details of laying a good minecart track, just give us a shout, yeah? Well then, donkey. That's the first loading station connected with the first stop sign on the route. In case you ain't noticed, you can make a station by placing a stop sign next to the piece of track. Every time a minecart passes a station, it'll stop. Pretty convenient, don't you think? Now you got the basics down, it's time you use that track to connect the line all the way back to base. And don't worry if you run out of track. Just grab some more from one of them old lines we ain't using no more. Nice one, donkey. Our lives will be a whole lot easier if we can cart it to the loading station and back. A minecart will run wherever there's a stretch of track. Riding the rails ain't half the fun, it's quicker than walking too. Well then, as about you and Melroth take the maiden voyage on our fancy new minecart track.
Hold on there. Hold on, there's three of us, but only one minecart. You don't expect us all to cram in there together, do you?
Don't get your knickers in a twist, Melroth. If Donkey makes a wooden minecart for each of us and whacks them side by side on the track, we can all ride together. What do you say, Donkey, if you rustle up a few minecarts, more carts we can all head back down to the mine in style. And that ain't the only thing. I want to have a shift here. What's the other side of that bridge?
Gong. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. The sound of that bell's like music to me ears, I tell you. I feel better at building stuff already.
Hello, looks like we got some newcomers to show around. Now we'll be digging up metal like nobody's business. That bell's bleeding brilliant.
So you can make iron blocks and silver brick blocks now. You're getting a bit ahead of yourself. We haven't even found any iron or silver yet.
Did I spot playing cards and a dartboard in that book of yours? That's great. A few games will liven up the pub no end.
I've got a feeling life in this old town's about to pack up. All you need to do is build what you've invented, isn't it?
Now don't just leave the new lad standing there, donkey. Go over and give him a good old crumble-doon hello.
We legged it over here as soon as we heard that ringing sound. But we ain't never expected to find all this. What's going on over there then? Hold on, you ain't fixing up the tunnels and digging for metal by any chance, are you? The children are all gonna dead against anything of the sort. When the boss hears about this, you're done for, sunshine.
Oi, you! You leave donkey alone, you hear? I'll be having none of that talk in this town.
Is this a dream? A mirage? What's a gorgeous girl like you doing in a scruffy dump like this?
I tell you, we ain't following the children at Argon no more. We're following this builder instead. We're rebuilding the bar and reopening the mine. Are you with us or not? Or what?
Poor blimey, she's a devil in disguise. Argon will have our guts for gutters if he catches wind of what's going on here. That said, if he don't catch wind, then maybe it ain't a problem. Forget the children or whatnot, I'm staying put. Whatever you need, just say the word. Just not to Argon, you.
Good day, Surge is the name. The sound of the bell brought me here. Brought me here too, but unlike these fickle fellows, I for one shall not be renouncing my faith. Still, the lady would make for a more pleasant company than these boorish barbarians. Very well, vile builder. I shall stay here too, and protect this fair maiden from your sinful influence. But know this, should you construct anything that brings calamity upon our heads, I shall inform the children at once. Surge, I have to say, is like the most like non-character of all three islands. Like, he literally has no purpose in any of this. Hey, Donkey. I've been watching you, you know. Watching you build stuff on Furlfield, back on our island, and now here in Crumbledoon. I think I've got the hang of it now. Let me have a go on the workbench, will you? Okay, here goes. Then you do it like this, right? Huh? Ugh. Ugh. Why can't I do it? Why? Everyone else can build stuff, but whatever I try, nothing works. Maybe that voice was right. Maybe I really am just a master of destruction. Ah, forget it. Why do I need to build anything anyway, when I've got a real live builder by my side? You can take care of the crafting, but if any monsters need mashing, I'm your man. Dun, dun.
Donkey, you finished rebuilding the pub. I just love what you've done with it. I'm sure Dad'll be thrilled to bits with his new gaff. Come on, let's go and tell everyone the good news.
Oh, Donkey, do favor for me. Thank you, Donkey.
You're off to a good start, all right. When the gold rush hits again, there'll be so much metal pouring out of that mine you won't believe your eyes.
And when Babs pulls on that cottontail costume, your peepers will pop out of the stocks. I know mine will.
That's as may be, but I ain't stepping in a single fishnet unless you do everything Goldilocks asked for first, remember?
Babs kind, Babs caring. Babs become dancing girl for me. Me not worthy.
Don't worry, Goldilocks, I ain't putting myself out. I've always wanted to be a dancer like me dear old mum. The only reason I'm waiting is to get these wasters working.
Speaking of which, there's the little matter of Goldilocks' other favor. How's that coming along, Donkey?
haven't been in back for a brunch. Them lot's part of the Argon's army, donkey. Now off, keep them filthy boys away from me. Phew, thanks for sorting that. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack there. I've gotta say, donkey, you ain't half bleeding strong for a skinny geezer. But would you look at the state of this place? Argon's monstery mates must have been using it as a lair, filthy beggars. They've messed this gaff up good and proper. I can't believe they treat such a terrific tunnels with such disrespect. It's unforgivable. Me monstrophobia hadn't turned me into such a blinking coward, I'd get me own back on them black skites. Make no mistake. Let's see now. Here, I recognize this place. It used to be one of the main excavation sites back in the day. There's definitely metal to be mined here. Once we've got a few more miners on board, let's head back up top and give Digby a quick status update. Oh, and don't forget to activate the Naviglobe if you haven't already. These tunnels are like a maze, all twisty and turny. If you ever lose your way, them glowing globes are just a ticket for getting yourself back on track.
Alright, I don't need to voice the,
Nice one, donkey. You've done a stellar job. Open up them tunnels again. Put in a proper shift. Now we can get to the old excavation station. The metal's sure to come pouring in. I've got high hopes for the next evening report. I've got a bone to pick with you, donkey. Babs gave you something before you packed off down the pit, didn't she? Some kind of heartfelt, home-cooked handout? What's all that about then, eh? I'll tell you now, Sonny Jim, I ain't giving up without a fight. From now on, you and me are rivals for Bab's affection. Stop right there, Digby. If anyone's deserving of Bab's affections, it's me. Don't you think of trying to wheedle your way into good books.
You're full of it. That lass has looked up to me since she was a babbling baby. There's only one fella in Babs' eyes, McGrog, the mighty master of metalworking. You all wrong. Babs is angel, pretty angel. Me like pretty angel Babs best. Put a sock in it, will ya? Melroth? I don't know what the heck you idiots are talking about. This place would be nothing without me and Donkey. You all belong to us. The dancing girl to be included. Cool, you're all like a pack of bleeding animals. You're talking about me daughter here, me pride and joy. When it comes to Babs, what I say goes. And I say you can all get right out of it. I ain't even no more. You're all me rivals now, every single one of you. I ain't letting you bleeders beat me no blinking chance. Hello, Donkey. I hear things are going swimmingly down in the mine. That's bleeding marvelous. Just make sure you give me old Copper Bar a bit of attention now and then. Don't forget how important it is to the miner's mentality. If we had a couple of simple sippers sets, a lonely miner could drown his sorrows in peace. Check the blueprint to see where I need them placed. Whack a full flagon on top of a stone table, stick a stone stool next to it, and Bob's your uncle. Just make sure there's two of them. Oh my days, the pond's looking more and more like its old self. Once this gaff's finished, the miners will be able to devote themselves to digging during the day, safe in the knowledge they can come here at night and dump their stresses at the door. I can picture it now. It'll be just like the gold rush days, back when the island was buzzing and business was booming. People flocked here from far and wide, hoping to strike it lucky in the mines and walk away millionaires. Plenty did, until the day the digging dried up. The miners turned into monsters, fighting tooth and claw over every last speck of metal. That's when the children of Hargon showed up. They said the only way to stop the scrapping was to close the mines for good. They had a point, you know, but while the bit of fighting might have stopped, the moment them tunnels was sealed off was the moment our dreams died. To tell you the truth, I'm still on the fence about going against them, but you've shown me that building ain't bad. In fact, it's bleeding brilliant. I'll believe you, Donkey. Let's get this island up and running again. The pub's coming along nicely, and the mine's looking more and more like a proper working pit. But the more tunnels you open up, the more workers you'll need to fill them. It's about time you rang that blessed bell again and brought in a few new faces. With a few more miners, our metal output will go up and I can get more bums on seats in me pub. And the more they drink, the more they dig. It's a win-win situation. If you ain't banked up enough energy just yet, make yourself busy and see if there's anyone in need of a favor or two. That should earn you some gratitude. Well then, Donkey, more miners means more punters in the pub, and more metal coming out of the mine. It also means more burly blokes chasing after me darling Babs, too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm really a good father making her live in a rough and tough place like this. Me missus passed away years back. Since then, I've been raising Babs single-handed. I love that girl more than life itself. She's the vine apple of me eye. Oh, Donkey, what have I done? How could I ever think it'd be okay to let Babs, me own flesh and blood, dress up like some salad-munching sideshow? Maybe I should just pull on the fishnets myself. It wouldn't get the bar bustling like Babs would, but I reckon it'd tickle the fancy of a fair few of these fellas.
Dad, you don't have to do that. I've decided I'm going to be a dancing girl, just like Mum was.
Oh, my darling, you make your old dad proud, and kind of miffed that I won't get to wear a lovely leotard myself. With a builder like you on our side, I'm sure the glory days will return to Crumble Dunes soon enough. I can hardly believe we let the children of Hargon fool us for so long. Building the root of all evil, what a load of cobblers. But you've shown us the light, Donkey. You've shown us that we don't have to spend our whole lives living in the Dark Ages. Speaking of darkness, do you know what I think this town could do with some streetlights?
It's far too gloomy after dark. We could really do with some brightening the place up a bit. 10 sconces should be playing to make things nice and bright. It might help keep the ghosts and ghoulies away, too.
How's it going, Donkey?
How's it going, Donkey? I've been watching you building and what, and I gotta say, you work pretty hard for someone so puny. Now we got more miners living here, we need a few more facilities, starting with a proper place to rest our aching muscles after a day down in the pit. I'm talking about a dormitory, ain't I? A small room with 8 beds, a trio of pots, and an ensign on the wall should do. It's gotta be a small room. That's the most important thing. Burly boys like us can't sleep without our bulging biceps bumping up against one another.
Okay.
Hi, Donkey. Looks like you're making decent progress rebuilding Dad's pub. We got a good thing going with the drinks, but we're still missing a signature dish, something that'll fill the miners' bellies after a long day of digging. I've got an idea for what I want to do, but I can't do it myself. Can you help me, Donkey? Thanks. What I want is a room all me own, where I can try out some recipes. Some of the recipes I've been thinking up. It'll need a marsh room in it, a chest, and 2 bonfires. Everything you need to make a mushroom cook room. All kinds of different fungi grow in the tunnels, but they're pretty fragile. I need a live one for me room, so don't mash it with your mallet. Pick it up nice and gently with your gloves. Is that me mushroom cook room? It's lovely. You can almost smell the spores. This place will be perfect for tending me shrooms and rustling up some recipes. Give me a bit longer, and I'm sure I can come up with an idea for the pub's signature dish. Hey, you reckon I'm a thoughtful daughter, the way I'm always thinking about how to build up me dad's bar? That ain't nothing, really. I just want to make a dish that'll give the lads the energy they need to down in their mine.
Heaven's Hordes, how's it going?
If anything, you're the thoughtful one. The way you stuck around to help us all out, I suppose that fellow feeling of yours must have rubbed off on me. Well, it's high time I knuckled down and got to work on this recipe. You'll help me if I need it. Right, Donkey?
Good. Just doing all the voices here, and my voice is pretty sore, so hopping off pretty soon here.
It's like my dreams have been answered. This dormitory's perfect. The lads will be chuffed to bits. Cool blimey, Donkey. Why do you have to be so nice and clever and pretty? Listen here, you stick the mail off, alright? Or Goldilocks if that's your thing. Don't even think about getting your looks on to Babs. She's mine! Oh. What's gotten into you, Goldilocks? Donkey ain't your type.
Pretty lady not belong to you. Me like pretty lady do.
Yeah, for crying out loud, you give a guy a couple of bonds and only goes and gets ideas in it. You gotta hand it to him, though. Never misses a chance to give us his 2 nuggets worth when Babs' name crops up. One track mind, that fella. Alright then, game on. But if I was Babs and I had to pick between an half-baked builder, a mutilated moron, or Digby the Iron Ab Adonis, I know who I'd choose.
Sure.
My dragon. PP is on a quest to build a harem. How's it going, Boris? My throat's actually getting pretty sore from all this voice acting. So I'm gonna hop off in a few minutes here, actually. Thanks, Donkey. The place looks much brighter now. And you've no doubt noticed the life in this town revolves around two things, the mine and the pub. Nice. During the day, the miners head underground and they work the seams. Then after the sun sets, they head to the bar and work their drinking muscles. Can you see where Crumbledoon earned its reputation as the town that never sleeps? Yep, those blokes love living it up in the pub till the early hours, and now that we have lights to ward off mean spirits, they can. All that's missing is their drinking hole. Well, I don't have any more errands for you right now, but if you wanted to place a few more streetlights around about town, you won't hear me complaining. Hello there, Donkey. Now that we've got a few more miners on board, opening up the deeper mine shafts is a real possibility.
Leave it to me, Grog. I'll lead the lads as deep can be, and see what we can find.
If memory serves, there's a vein of iron just past where you found the copper. That'd come in very handy for rebuilding the pub.
Iron, eh? Lovely, chummy. Me and the lads will go and scoop it out. Meet us in the mines when you're ready, Donkey.
You off down in the mine again, Donkey? Here, take these. I made them myself. Well, can't have you getting hungry now, can we?
Hey, how come you get a lovely crafted lunch and I get diddly squat? It's not fair. Anyway, don't forget that your job isn't all about mining for metal. You've also got to fix up the tunnels so the miners can get into the seams. Righto, once you've led them safely to the iron, bring me back 10 lumps so I can bring you a once-over. What was that you just picked up? Was it iron? Old man McGrog said he wanted 10 lumps, so we can't stop yet. Let's try and find some more.
Hee. Oh, Star. Come here.
What's your Donkey? What's your mail off? Glad you can make it. Me mingling triceps tell me there's a tunnel on the other side of this wall. We could have knocked it down without your help. We fought it best away. Fancy putting that hammer of yours to good use. The rusty wrecking balls will do the trick too. Go on, do us a favor and get this wall down.
Oh, this wall. I blasted that way in the complete opposite direction.
Nice one, Donkey. I knew there was enough tunnel behind that wall. Let's push on, lads. I reckon there's an old stinking load of iron down this way. Just a word of advice, if you catch any of the lads staring into space, it could be a sign we've spotted a problem. So don't make us suffer in silence. See if you can sort us out.
Ow.
Oh, shit! He just killed me. I need to get my hands on some gold. Can I help you, KJ? You just a cookie. You're just a cookie that we got for ourselves. I take your picture. You're super cute. I keep on turning into the kiki, keep on turning into the kiki, really think so. Do. You're the brains of this operation, donkey. Oh, you have to complete the mission down there first. Alright, I'm going to save and read out. Thanks for joining me. Those of you who are still here, appreciate you. Tomorrow, since it is June, I'm going to be doing a Uncharted run. I always like doing an Uncharted run in June. I don't know why, I just do. I don't know, maybe because I always want to give a good summer action movie since Hollywood's putting nothing but crap out lately. Alright, let's see who we can raid out to. Excuse me. Here's a million of you. Yeah. Star. Give me that tail. You give me that. Why are you looking all cute? Yeah. Yeah.